Hello, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming or staying, depends on it. After Facebook, that's not that easy. I'll present you some new possibilities based on wearables and especially on data classes like these smart ski goggles and based on Google Glass. There are some new possibilities for the tourism and travel industry. I'm from Evolaris. That's actually an Austrian-based research company. So we are partly governmental funded to come up with new possibilities and help Austrian and European companies to innovate based on mobile technologies. I'll give you a quick overview about data classes, what we do with it, and I'll show you 2 examples. And I invite you to think together with me about the future based on data classes. Of course, the concept or the idea of data classes isn't completely new. That's a good example, or one of the first examples, from Ivan Sutherland from 1968. Even 10 years ago, variable computing, or visual variable computer, was a show of strength and Kraftakt in German, because the hardware was still that huge and heavy, especially battery packs and so on. And of course, no one wants to run around like this, or at least me. But people start more and more to wear such devices. And of course, other companies start to develop services based on these technologies, like this smart ski goggle. We as a research company are very interested in mobile innovation or mobile technologies. And what we do is we combine customer insights with system design and the business model to help the companies to come up with new innovation. And of course, we have a software department as well. So we see us in the middle. That's our sweet spot. We aren't only developing software, but we can help your company in coming up with these technologies. We are especially interested in consumer devices. Of course, there are a wide range of industry devices out there as well, but they cost much more. And the consumer devices coming to the market cost about 650 euros, so that's an interesting price for all kinds of industries. We are a research institute, but of course we are interested mainly in practical applications and the technology acceptance. So it doesn't make sense to come up with new devices and things, but people don't like to wear it because they are too heavy, or the usability isn't right. And of course, the business model is very important for the companies. Now I want to go into more detail about this project. It's partly funded by the European Commission and by the Austrian government. It's based on the whole project Experimedia, so what new kind of services can be provided based on a very sophisticated IT technology, like Wi-Fi all over ski slopes. So that's our focus. And we do it together mainly with the tourism region Schladming-Dachstein in Austria. It's based on these smart ski goggles, so there's a micro display built in these goggles, GPS antenna, all kinds of sensors. On this goggles, an Android operating system is running, so we developed the software which is running here during this project. And it's connected via Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or USB. It comes with this control unit with big buttons, so you can control it on the slope even while you're wearing your ski gloves. It's on the market since more than a year now. It costs about 650 euros. And when you buy it, it comes with a set of features, or it comes already with a set of features, like the speed, jump analysis, basic navigation system, and so on. But we have a bigger approach as a research institute, so we really want to know, do people like it? What kind of features do they like which are already built in there? Or what would they like to have for other purposes? That's why we did a first review about a year ago on the ski slope, asking people, okay, what do you think about this hardware, about this device? Do you think it's useful? What kind of features would you like to have implemented in this hardware? And especially interesting for us, what do you think, where could it be used, or in which areas of your life could it be used as well? That's what the software looks like. So we have implemented a mapping and navigation system. Therefore, we installed camera systems in front of each ski lift. And by image recognition, we can compute the queue line and push it directly to the wearer of these goggles. So they can decide on the slope, do I want to go here or there? With this lift or at this lift, I have to wait for half an hour, and so on. So they can decide. We have implemented micro-weather information as well, so that you can decide on the slope, okay, do we go to the hut now, because the weather will be better in the afternoon, or the other way around? Will I continue to with my ski ride, because the weather will get worse in the afternoon? There's some hospitality information implemented as well, some basic information about the huts of this ski resort. We can push special offers of the day, and so on, with the pictures, as you can see. That's the information about the queue lines. So very easy to understand interface, green, yellow, and orange, so that people can orientate themselves. Of course, there's speed information implemented in the software as well. Your average speed, your maximum speed. And if you think, okay, I'm not into skiing or in the ski industry at all, or a snowboard industry, this display system will be implemented in these sunglasses and will be on the market in June. So of course, then all kinds of sports can think about about new services based on these data glasses, like cyclists or runners. You can get your heart rate directly underneath your eye. You don't have to or you don't need your hands to use your iPhone or your smartphone. Golfers can see the wind information and so on. So all kinds of sports. So invite you to think about new applications. I'm outside after this presentation at the Innovators Corner, so I invite you really come to me and talk to me about new ideas based on these glasses. Another example, based on Google Glass, we developed a demo application for Formula 1 races. Imagine you are at the race course and you don't get the information which you normally get as a TV spectator. You're at the race, but you have no clue about the results, who had how many pit stops, and so on. I think I don't have to talk more about Google Glass. If you want to know more details, also come to me, please. But just to give you an idea, you are at the race course and you get immediate results directly in front of your eye, as if you are in front of the TV at home. So the information gets pushed in real time in front of your eye, like Mark Webber had his first pit stop, you get the final results afterwards, and so on. And so we are really evaluating all kinds of different data classes to be able to decide which data class is suitable for which purpose. And especially for the tourism and travel industry, you can think, okay, data classes, so a screen in front of the eye, what can I do? For instance, or quite obvious actually, you can provide location-based information. If people are looking for a cafe or a hotel or a point of interest, they can use nowadays the smartphone already, based on Wikitude, for instance, an augmented reality system. And in the future, of course, it will be just in front of their eye. Or another idea, you can invite people to do a time travel. They're in front of a point of interest, of a building or an interesting site, and you can display what this site used to look 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Doesn't matter. Would be another idea I want to give you on the way. And I hope it was interesting for you. Say thank you and talk to me if you want to get on.